plans to reopen in the fall. It looks like a hybrid plan offering both in-person and online learning is the most popular option, but that can be hard on teachers. 25 News reporter Abby Loring tells us how Texas educators are now speaking out.
As we get closer to the start of the school year, local school districts are having to make some big decisions, and many educators are feeling like they're not represented. Waco ISD announced that the start of school will be pushed back to September 8th this year. That gives teachers 2 extra weeks to figure out how to juggle remote classes and technology, something that educators across the state are struggling to nail down.
Teachers are concerned about the challenges of having to do both, that it's completely different teaching online versus in person. And I know that in my district, I've heard that we're going to be going back and forth, like you'll teach an in-person class and then the next period you're teaching online, but still at the school.
It is difficult to keep 100% of your students engaged. That is a challenge that we're going to have to face whenever we get there. But like I said, it's even more difficult whenever we haven't actually met these students in person.
Waco ISD created a task force in early June to create a plan to reopen campuses in the fall. The task force sent out multiple surveys, including one for teachers.
About 54% of our teachers preferred some kind of hybrid model, meaning that that's a combination of remote and in-person instruction. However, we know our teachers understand that the 5 days of in-person instruction is required, and that becomes very complex.
There is still a lot of uncertainty, though. School districts can't have a solid plan of action until they have exact enrollment numbers.
So some teachers could be teaching in person, and some teachers could be teaching remotely. Teams of teachers at campuses could develop plans that have where they rotate with remote or in person, and so there are lots of ways to address it.
A lot of educators feel like their voices simply aren't being heard, especially those with underlying health conditions that could be forced back to the classrooms.
A lot of parents don't know that if a teacher resigns within the 45-day window of school starting, the school district will yank your license for an entire year. So if there is a teacher who, say, has an immunocompromised child at home and she is forced to resign because her district will not let her work virtually, then that teacher is now going to lose her license and potentially her entire career.
Dr. Kincannon told the media that they're still finalizing plans, but part of the reason for the delayed start is to make sure they have the best safety practices for both students and teachers. For now in Waco, I'm Abby Loring, 25 News.
Abby, thank you. Now, this all